Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you all have had a good week. Wanted to go live today with my 5 on Friday, and hopefully something I say will be an encouragement to you. Anyways, I'm finally back after 2 weeks after losing my mom. Actually, it's 2 weeks today that she passed. It's been, I don't even know what the words are for it. It's been crazy 2 weeks. A lot has happened, both good and bad, but I'll get to that in a minute. In the meantime, I wanted to start with the garden because it is that time, and I was going to plant last week, but I didn't, and thank goodness I didn't, because we had horrible weather, just cold and rain. I mean, we even had to bring plants in. So anyways, we did get the yard cleaned up before she passed, and then we had this horrific storm, and we lost a big part of this tree. If you look at my feed, you'll see what happened. I mean, it was just destroyed pretty much, but thankfully my guy was able to get it back, so hopefully it'll fill in. But anyways, it's all ready to plant. I'm hoping to plant this weekend. We don't have very many sunflowers this year. Usually we would have sunflowers everywhere. So far, we've just got a little smattering right here by the fence. I'm going to have to probably plant more. My husband had bought these, I think it's honeysuckle plants, I think, that we're going to put there last weekend. The beds are all ready to plant. And then over here, I ended up I was gifted this lovely geranium plant by my friend, Reverend Sandy. She brought this in honor of my mom, so hopefully that's going to flourish well. And then he picked up this plant last week. Not sure what this is, actually. Not sure. So if you know what it is, let me know. Anyways, it's all ready to plant, so I'm going to be starting that this weekend. And hopefully we're going to have a good garden, even with the crazy weather we've had this year. So I can do Project Joy again. This year it'll be in honor of my mother. So let me know how the weather is where you guys are. It's a beautiful day today. Not too hot, not too cold. Sun's shining finally. It's out. So let me know if you guys are gardening this year and what you guys are planting, and how the weather is where you guys are. So anyways, let me flip you guys back around, and I'm gonna go back inside. And moving on to my mother. So I'm moving her to 2 for now. Anyways, just because she's passed, it doesn't mean I'm done talking about her. In fact, I'm going to continue Mondays with Mom, and I'm going to share things about her before dementia. So hopefully you will continue to follow me on that and learn more about her. But anyways, this is kind of what we had set up during the Shiva and after the funeral and stuff. It's also Shabbat tonight, but so many cards from people, and then so grateful for everyone that reached out and showed up. I can't even tell you how thankful I am for that. Sorry about Zoe. And let me and then we had also set up this stuff during the Shiva also, and I'll share that hopefully on Mondays, a lot of this stuff. We've got lots of pictures, and I've got scrapbook from her I want to share. There's so many things I want to share with you guys before dementia. And this, hold on one quick second, let me grab some treats to throw her. Anyway, sorry about the crazy filming here, but anyways, it's a picture that we actually used. Dang it, sorry. This is the picture that we actually used on the obituary for my mom, and this actually, we cut my dad out, but this is the full picture of my mom and dad together. And then these are pictures I love of my sister and me and my mom, and this one is of all of us with the girls. I don't know if you can see it or not, but anyway, still, going through things, and hopefully, or not hopefully, but I hope most of you who have reached out or, gifted us with things have gotten a thank you. I've actually just kind of emailed them now, because I just really don't have any stamps, and it's just easier that way. But anyways, just know that everything that anybody did for me is so appreciated. I can't even begin to tell you. There aren't even enough words for the people that have reached out, like I said, and stepped up, showed up for us. It means the world to me, and to us. And there's been so many signs during this. I'm gonna, share those as we go too, and just continue on. And now I continue on a grief journey, even though, I had anticipatory grief the entire time. It's still a different kind of loss. And I just pray that she's in a better place right now, and free of that horrible, awful disease and not in any of those places. And so now this brings me to number 3, which is my continued fight for justice for what happened to her. And I am absolutely not giving up on that. That is going to be my purpose. There's going to be purpose in this somehow. If, there's anything I'm going to try to find purpose in this. And that's what's keeping me going right now. So anyways, I was able to connect with a reporter, and she's interested in doing a story. So please say a prayer that can happen, because people need to know how horrible and awful this system is. And I also did get a response on the second complaint, actually the day before my mother died, from the person that had called me on the first complaint, and that it was a joke, literally. They did nothing again for anything that happened from January until I got her out of there, and they basically claimed it was because of, quote, federal regulations. Federal regulations keep them from doing anything when when their life is almost lost. That is the most insane thing I've ever heard in my life. The only thing that they did to penalize that place was for rodent infestation, and that was a problem, but that is way less serious than sexual abuse or neglect or brain injury, missing persons. Over 27 different complaints were filed on that place. So anyways, I'm still, like I said, I'm just going to continue to fight for justice, and hopefully something good's going to come out of this. So please say a prayer, and I will keep you posted as the fight goes on. Also still looking for a good lawyer. So far I haven't had anyone that's been willing to take the case. So anyways, fighting on. And then number 4 is Etsy, dead again, unfortunately. I did have some orders last week, so that was good. Camps are starting at iCode. So if anybody that has kids and needs something for them to do this summer, check that out. I did play a song that I wrote about my mom at Senior Planet the other night, so I'm hoping to record that and share that soon. Actually, my friend Rhoda recorded it for me, but I think I may change the melody on that, so we'll see what happens with that. And let's see, I haven't done much art, haven't had time. I'm hoping to get back to that now. I'm working on a digital piece. I have my class back at Well Connected, so that's going really well. Creativity and Music Lounge for seniors, so that is good. I'm probably forgetting things, but I don't want this to get too long. So anyways, let's just end number 5 with prayer, if we can get Zoe to be quiet. Anyways, praying for my friends Josh, Julie, Bobby, Rivka, Rada, Rabbi Katie, and her husband Raj. And also my friend Robin, her mother, she was actually a caregiver for my mother that came in on Saturdays. I found her through Facebook while doing iCode work, believe it or not. She's amazing. She went in on Saturdays and spent time with her. She's unfortunately now broken her ankle, and her mother now has lung cancer, so please say a prayer for her. And then let's just end with a prayer from Maria Shriver, the Sunday paper. Dear God, give me the courage to discover our true purpose, the strength to speak it out loud, and the unwavering dedication to follow its light every single day. Amen. And also today, last night, started the holiday of Shavuos. It recognizes the giving of the Torah from Mount Sinai. And also it's the dairy holiday. So hopefully as long as you're not lactose intolerant, there's lots of dairy being eaten in the next day or so. anyways, we went last night and did some learning for that. Actually did some music classes and some singing, which was actually very healing for me as well. Music is just everything. So if you guys haven't seen the funeral, the link is, I've posted a link many times, and you can listen, hopefully hear it, where I talk about music and how wonderful it was for us and continues to be. So anyways, I hope something I said was an encouragement to you. I hope you all have a good weekend. Happy Memorial Day, or enjoy your Memorial Day. I hope you do. And Shabbat Shalom.